He was buried alive. Only his head remained above the dirt. And when we reached him, his breathing was already fading. That single sound, a weak, trembling cry coming from beneath the ground, was what stopped a passerby that day. He followed the sound, step by step, not knowing what he would find, until the earth itself seemed to reveal something no living being should ever have to endure. There, half buried in wet soil, was a dog. His body trapped underground, his head barely visible, his eyes filled with fear, pain, and a quiet kind of sadness that words can't fully describe. The man filmed what he saw and sent it to us immediately. When we arrived, the first thing we noticed was his breathing. It was shallow, broken, as if every breath required permission from a body that had almost given up. We did not touch him at first. We could not. His body was too fragile, too still. We knew that one wrong move could be the last thing he ever felt. We began removing the dirt slowly, carefully, using our hands, working around his chest and legs without pulling or forcing him. It took time. Much longer than it felt like we had. All the while, he watched us. He did not bark. He did not move. He simply looked at us, exhausted, confused, and afraid, as if asking a question he no longer had the strength to say out loud. By the time we freed him, he was completely drained. His body barely responded. We carried him to the car and rushed to the hospital, knowing that every second mattered. His breathing weakened even more on the way there. At one point, it felt like it almost stopped. At the clinic, the doctors examined him quickly and quietly. Their faces said what their words soon confirmed. They told us he would not survive. That his condition was too severe. That the damage had already gone too far. But we refused to accept that. We looked at him, lying there so still, and made a decision. If he was still breathing, then he was still fighting. And if he was fighting, then we would fight with him. We named him Eli, because he deserved a name, not an ending. That night, no one left his side. People took turns sitting with him, watching his chest rise and fall, listening to the machines, whispering encouragement he might not fully understand but could still feel. Somehow, against every expectation, Eli made it through the first night. The days that followed were uncertain and heavy. His condition remained critical. Treatment after treatment brought little visible improvement. He had multiple health problems, and progress was slow, almost invisible. But we stayed. We gave him medication on schedule. We cleaned him. We spoke to him. We reminded him, again and again, that he was not alone. About a week later, something changed. It was not dramatic. It was not sudden. But it was real. His eyes began to focus more. His breathing became steadier. He started responding to our voices, lifting his head just slightly when someone called his name. The doctors told us he had passed the most dangerous phase, but the road ahead was still long. We prepared nutritious food to help his body regain strength. We helped him stand, step by step. At first, he could not support himself at all. Then one day, he managed to stand for a moment longer than before. Another day, he took a step. Then another. What amazed us most was his determination. Eli never gave up. Not for a single second. Even when his body trembled, even when walking was painful, he kept trying. He trusted us. He knew we were not going to abandon him. And that trust became his strength. One day, without anyone pushing or lifting him, Eli stood up on his own. It was a small movement, but to us, it felt like a miracle. That was the first step of his new life. A life filled with hope instead of fear. With care instead of cruelty. Just days later, he surprised everyone again. He ran. Not far, not fast, but with everything he had. His legs moved with effort, his body still thin and healing, but his spirit was free. For the first time, he was not surviving. He was living. Eli will soon find a loving home. A place where hands are gentle, where voices are kind, where the ground beneath him is safe. A family who will see him not as a broken body once buried in dirt, but as a soul that refused to give up. Stay strong, Eli. We are all here with you. And may the rest of your life be filled with warmth, safety, and joy.